A still more striking example of her power of detachment is noticeable in her attitude towards Radhu during her last days. We have seen how, for several years, she had been doting on Radhu with an intensity of attachment that is unparalleled in worldly life. But she would say now and then, "You see, my doting on Radhu is a delusion that I have superimposed upon myself, or my mind does not dwell on Radhu in the slightest degree. I force it on her. I pray to the Master, saying, 'O Lord, please divert my mind a little to Radhu. Otherwise, who will look after her?'" The truth of these oft repeated statements of hers regarding her control even over this very intense form of attachment was proved when she was on her deathbed. Generally, the last days of a person's life, when he is fast sinking, are the times when his worldly attachments and desires express themselves with the greatest force. But in the Holy Mother's case, we find that at this critical time, she detached her mind completely from Radhu. For interesting details on this subject, see chapter 19. Worldly people generally like their beloved ones to be by them during their last moments, but the Holy Mother, who could not till then sleep without Radhu by her side, asked her attendants again and again to send Radhu and her cousins back to Jairambati. Even when their little children approached her bed, she would ask them to be taken away from her, saying that she had once for all detached her mind from them, and that their presence by her side was even repugnant to her. To impress still more clearly the difference between the Holy Mother's attitude of mind and true worldly attachment, we draw the reader's attention to the Puranic story of the pious King Bharat. In his last days, the king was living the life of a recluse, renouncing his kingdom and spending his whole time in the contemplation of the divine. But his mind gradually got attached to a young deer which had been rescued by him from danger and was being brought up as his pet. In spite of years spent in holy living, the attachment for the deer manifested itself in all its intensity during his last moments, and he died with his mind full of anxious thoughts about its future welfare. Consequently, he had to be reborn in lower levels of existence. The utter purity, non-attachment, and spiritual grandeur of the Holy Mother shine vividly by the side of this example.